I'm Shay, and you're watching Born Again Nerd. Well, welcome back, guys, for another episode here on Born Again Nerd channel. So I'm here for this Retroid Pocket 2. To show this here. Just a kind of a quick run through. I am swinging and I'm going to try not to. Okay, just a quick run through here. So you have your D-pad. This is your TF card, your headphone jack, 2 analog sticks, which I haven't really figured out what this one's for yet, really. Unless it's for fighting games, I really haven't figured out what it's for. 3 home bases right here, your home and your start and select. Dual speakers. I got the rainbow version because why not? And it also does have some nice trigger buttons on the top here. The buttons are very firm. They're not clicky or mushy. They're just firm. That's the best way I can describe it. The D-pad has, if you can see closely here, has like a little concave curve down here. When I first got this unit, I'm not gonna lie, I turned it on and I was completely lost. I had no idea what to do. So what I'm gonna do in this video is just give you kind of a rundown, first impressions video, and I'll maybe even like a setup tutorial, and show you some gameplay. I just hit 400 subs. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. I really do. It's a long journey to 1,000. But you know what, every sub counts, and I appreciate you, every single one of you that have subscribed to my channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's turn this thing on. What's up, guys? Okay, so here I'm going to do just kind of a quick run through of the Retroid Pocket 2. I just had it for about a week or two or so, not very long. I'm still learning how to use this handheld. Basically, it's an Android device, and it doesn't have a touch screen, so you have to use a mouse to interact with this unit. So basically, just do this. If you can master this trick, you can master this unit pretty well. So you hit the home key and hold it down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then you should get an arrow. And if it moves around too fast, you can hold down the right direction pad arrow, and it'll slow down the mouse a little bit so you can see it. If you want to speed it up, you can press down on the left arrow key on the D-pad. First thing you want to do when you get this handheld, you want to go online. So you would go to settings, go to your Wi-Fi, enter your password and all your information there, get online, and once you do that, you want to head over to Toolbox. The Toolbox app, go all the way down. You want to scroll and install the Retro Pocket app. So go ahead and do that. And then once you get the Retro Pocket app installed, which won't take very long, it'll show up on your menu right here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this right now. We're going to do some gameplay on this so you can see what I mean. So if you get this unit right out of the box and you want to play right away, charge it up first. And then just do the steps that I just showed you. Go online, and then go ahead and download this Retroid app. This is going to boot into a different interface. That's why they call it dual boot. Here we go. Here's some games that you can play right out of the box. If you go all the way up, all the way up to where these tabs are highlighted, you can use your shoulder button to kind of go through these tabs. I like category because category I can actually select through the system I want to play on. So this is a PSP, it says down there at the bottom, PSP. And then I can go to PS1, there's some N64, and so forth and so forth. Famicom, I don't need that. I'll just go through this. You guys can just take it out, take a look and see for yourself what's on here. So the best way to add games to this unit through Retroid Pocket side is go down to your home key and I'll hold it down for 3 seconds or whatever until you get this menu. Okay, so hold it down until you get this menu. Now in here you're gonna see handheld settings, key settings, and game settings and all that stuff, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to handheld settings, go ahead and go back on Wi-Fi, because since we rebooted to a new Wi-Fi, into a new operating system, the Wi-Fi information didn't carry over. So you can't get to the marketplace without going on Wi-Fi. And then enter game market. From here, category fighting. Here's some games. Here's some Dreamcast games. I want to take a look in here and see if there's anything I can download. It will take a while to download it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and install this, since it doesn't look like I have it. So I'm going to go ahead and install it, and it'll say ready, and then it'll download. So I'm going to head back out, and let's do some gameplay. Well, it plays this game pretty well. So I would imagine most PSP games would run really well on this interface. I haven't really managed any hardships or anything. There might be some games that you download off the marketplace that don't work with the mappings, so you may have a little trouble there. But out of the box, ready to go. That's the steps to take to get to the Pandora operating system. Is what I call it. It's called a retro box, retro app, or whatever. I just call it Pandora because that's kind of what it is. Buttons feel really nice, they're firm. It does feel like a good quality device, kind of like the Switch. That's kind of what it feels like to me, as far as the buttons are concerned. The size and the weight of this thing is pretty comfortable, so I do like that. That makes it really nice. So before I end the Retro Pocket side of things, you can do a search and see if there's anything that you want to do or find. So say if I want to look for Pokemon games or something like that, I could just say, type in Pokemon. I'll do poke, usually that helps, Poke-E. And if it shows up at all, it will show up on my search right here. So there you go. So Pokemon Ruby, so if I want to play Pokemon Ruby, I click on that, and then here it is. Here's Pokemon Ruby playing right here. So right out of the box, get online, get all that stuff taken care of, then you can access this app, and it has all those games already on it that you can try, and you're good to go. Now, to go back to the Android side, you want to hold the home key down, exit the game first, and hold home key down until you get to this menu again, and then you want to go down to switch system. Don't do factory reset, that would be bad. Okay, so now that we're in Android mode again, the next steps to do is to, well, if you already know about Android, you would have to have an Android Google Play Store account, which I did not have, so I went ahead and made one. And I also downloaded some other things that were mentioned that I could try on the Play Store. So you do need to set up an account if you don't already have a Google account. But there's a couple good emulators that are already pre-installed, I think, when you get the device. Classic Boy is nice, but I do highly recommend going ahead and paying for the extra few dollars to unlock the features that it has. But I want to hop into GBA. Let's see if that plays any good. I had a game going, so let's go ahead and hop into this game here. This is using the Classic Boy Game Boy emulator. Okay, so if you keep running into issues like this that I'm having just now, there's something wrong with the thing. So it's not recognizing my controller. So go down to Advanced, scroll down to where it says Player 1. You see how it says off? Put the home key down, get your mouse back if you don't have your mouse activated. Get your mouse back. And then make sure that is turned on, okay? Because otherwise you're just going to have so many issues getting your games to play. And it took me forever to get that figured out. So make sure Advanced Settings and then Player 1, make sure that's turned on. Then you can exit out of here. Go back to your game. Whoops, I went too far. Go back to my game. And it should be okay now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my overlay with my mouse still open here. Hide overlay. And then I will hit home key, 1, 2, 3, make it disappear. And then I should be able to play my game with no issues. So if you run into issues like that, that should help you out. I had to figure that out on my own, so I hope that helps somebody out how to use this thing. So no issues playing Nintendo. It's just getting that controller stuff is just tricky, but hopefully that will save so many headaches for so many players out there that are trying to just play regular Nintendo games on it. Alright, so some of you might be interested in Drastic. Drastic is a DS emulator. It will emulate DS games. Might have to do some configurations to get it to work, but for the most part, it doesn't do too bad. It does really well. Now, in Drastic, make sure you get rid of mouse mode. So hold the home key down 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then you should be able to move your guy. I kind of paused there for a second because I wanted to make sure that you guys caught that. You can play Pokemon, all the DS, almost all the DS titles will work really well on this emulator. So, to get to the menu, guys, just real quick, hold down the home key, get your mouse to come back by holding it down for 3 seconds, and then press your B button, and it'll give you this menu. This menu will allow you to save your game. It'll allow you to turn off the stylus, which you will need to do, by the way. Turn it off so that you can use your mouse instead. Otherwise, the game will not work. You won't be able to control your character. So make sure that your stylus is turned off. And, you know, it gives you some options to screen swap and things like that. If you want to do a split screen, you can. This just says a controller. And I think this is like a fast forward thingamajig, so... That's that. I'm gonna quit, so I think I'm gonna click on menu here. And right here is where you can kind of do your stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit the game. Alright, so my first impressions of this handheld is, it's interesting. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm on the fence, like, you know, I haven't really scratched the surface on some of the things that it can do. I guess it can go on Steam and... So here's a little bit of Rayman Adventures, guys. Yes, you can play this game on this handheld. So that's it, guys, for this episode. I want to thank you for subscribing. Stay tuned. There's more on the way. I want to say thanks again for all of your support and everything else in between. I really appreciate it, guys. So with that said, I am out of here.